Education history. So that was overwhelming to see all of that in one spot, what we could be dealing with and everything. So, and peppered throughout these first two presentations, what I kept hearing a lot of was how many individuals and organizations came together to work together, to collaborate, and to help officials and developers see how important open space is and that we shouldn't be losing it. And there were also a lot of legislators. And I think that that's something that's really important too, and it'll come up again in our final video. But outside of Pacifica itself, when you reach out and get other people involved, you've heard a lot about Representative Assembly Member Leo Ryan. Just think of what he could have done if he had stayed with us. But so much of what he did is grounding work that carries through today from the California Coastal Commission, the Coastal Act, and just so much. It's overwhelming what he accomplished. We'll get to in a minute because the next video covers a lot of Sweeney Ridge, but that started with input from the Secretary of the Interior, Stuart Udall, who had Sweeney Ridge listed on the as a National Historic Landmark. California Assemblyman Leo Ryan, who saw this great opportunity to create more public open space and created and expanded the GGNRA. Congressman Phil Burton, who stepped in when Leo Ryan was no longer able to complete his work. His wife, Sally Burton, continued the journey then after that when Congressman Phil Burton passed away. Congressman Bill Royer was not quite a believer, but he got turned around because of public support and outcry. So he finally got on board too, and it was a bill with Congressperson Burton and Bill Royer, who ended up going to President Jimmy Carter, signed, as you heard, in the last few days of his presidency on December 29th, 1980. He signed SB 2363. The County Historical Association has documented that that was done after President Carter fractured a collarbone while skiing just before meeting with Algerian officials at Camp David in an effort to free the hostages in Iran. Oh my gosh. And he took the time and the opportunity and supported to sign this legislation and to make Sweeney Ridge part of GGNRA. So I think that's a really important point in all of this too, to think about reaching out outside of our local community about all the people and entities that are needed to preserve open space. You want to stretch a little bit? Yeah. How about standing up a few minutes? We're going to do a little bit of a stretch. And we put up in the back, Jim, kind of started, here was the history. There's not too many back there, but before you leave, or now for a minute if you want to do a stretch, we've got some representations up of some significant development proposals that are up in front of the planning department right now. Hillside Meadows, Lindemar Woods, developments on Highway 1. And just like Jim did here on this map, they've been put down on a Google map so you can actually realize all the space that these would be taking. So quick stretch, 5-minute stretch. We'll start back here in 5 minutes. Sweeney Ridge, and really hones in on an important project, touching on other things as well. But it's a real victory and a celebration that we're going to be able to watch, and how that major accomplishment is celebrated. And Senator Alan Cranston speaks at the opening. There's a handsome young mayor involved as well. and making parts of the presentation. But I really like a statement that Senator Cranston made, so listen out for that about what legislators can do and what's the most important thing that they can do for the future. Okay, here we go.